Hey, and now we have Timothy L. Jackson here, aka L. Timba. And I would like to ask you a question. You have a book that you're working on. Could you tell me the title of your book and what your book is about?
Well, the title of my book is Heritage of the Urban Kingdom. It's a book of anti-terrorism, and we all have a right to be an anti-terrorist. That means to be against terrorism, abductions and beheadings, racial hatred, climate change, and all sorts of forms of terrorism is what this Heritage of the Urban Kingdom is all about.
Now, I noticed you used the word, you incorporated like the weather and family and all that when you're speaking about terrorism. Could you elaborate a little bit about that? What do you mean?
Yes, you know, of course, terrorism comes in more forms than a bump in the night. Tornado storms of Mother Nature, jihadists, beheadings, you got distraught workers going ballistic, cops shooting profiles, hitmen shooting dignitaries, and all sorts of other forms of terrorism.
Yeah, so it's like, what makes you afraid?
Well, most people are afraid of a bee sting. If a bee, if you're allergic to a bee and you get stung,
right,
then you're going to have some effects that could threaten your life.
Exactly.
So you're terrorized of a bee. So there's so many things. Some people are terrorized with pit bulls running loose.
A fear, actually.
Domestic violence.
Yeah.
So all these are forms of terrorism that we never think about,
right,
which must be addressed. And I address them in my book. The do's and don'ts, and how you can succeed and not be the next victim of attack.
Okay. Is it a fiction book, nonfiction, or?
It's a action-packed thriller, a fiction book with non-fiction elements curtailing what can be done and what measures you can take so you won't be the next victim of attack.
Wow, that's very interesting. Thank you so much, L. Timba, aka. But let me ask you one last thing. So when do you foresee this book being out? When do you think you're going to have it published?
Well, I need the help of the general public. I'm asking for a generous donation, a charitable donation through crowdsources, family and friends to make this possible. I need everybody's help. And once it gets published, by you making donations, you've already bought yourself a book. Just send me your email address and you got your book already.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking this time out with me today.
Thank you.